rich though. God knows. We are in Bothwell Castle. It's a nice little walk, for sure. Relaxing. You know, let the mind just wander. To be fair, I've been here before during the summertime, because one of my things to do when I came back after lockdown was just to explore Scotland a bit more and actually take it in, rather than just go home after training and just sit in my flat. So this is one of the places on my list for sure to just come and have a little adventure. So I think the fans took to me pretty well when I first came. That was a special season for Motherwell as a club. I had to wait for my actual chance to actually get a proper running team, and when I did, I thought I'd done well. I feel like, especially in the last couple of weeks, I've grown into a solid centre half at them, to be honest. And I think they're warming up to me even more.
Carroll whips one in. Up goes Mugabi! A monumental moment from Mugabi to send Motherwell in front from behind.
It was a special moment, for sure. The goal itself was special with the response it got on social media, especially. Obviously being apparently broke the record, or Cristiano Ronaldo's record. When I spoke to my brothers after the match in our group chat, they were like, "Oh, Bev, like, you jumped high, man. Like, it was a serious jump." And I was like, bro, it's like, I honestly didn't really care about how high I jumped on this bit in the back of the goal, but the response they got was crazy. A few angry Ronaldo fans will DM me saying, "Oh, you didn't beat it. Like, he was jumping horizontally to you. You had like," I was like, just enjoy the goal. Just let me just have my moment and let me just live. But it was funny at the time. I was just funny, to be fair, just looking at the comments. And even my family members in Uganda were messaging me saying, "Oh my God, like, well done, like, it's gone kind of viral there." So that made it a bit more special to me as well. From what people tell me, people are so cringy. People have told me, my family, especially in Uganda, my cousins and that I'm pretty much a celebrity, but I don't really feel it, because obviously I'm here in Scotland, miles away from Uganda. So, but I do feel the love when I do go for international duty, and the support that they give us is crazy. Like, when I first went there to make my debut, and they were just like greeting me and just saying thank you for coming and just, you know, representing our country. Not many players have done that, but I don't fully think I'm a celebrity, to be honest with you. Both my parents were born and raised in Uganda, then came over to England and had me and my two brothers. That's my foundation of my Ugandan roots, and I've got loads of my grandma lives in Uganda still. She comes back and forth from London to Uganda quite often, so it's always nice to see her when I go there. I think the first time I went there was when I was around 18. Within that 2 weeks, I met so many people, non-stop visits, non-stop matake, just Ugandan traditional food. I think I came back so fat, honestly. But it was a good experience and a moment that I'll treasure for the rest of my life, for sure. Hi guys. Hey! Jesus. Big Ben never live on your screen. I had many discussions with my brothers, especially and my cousins, about representing Uganda and how special it would be. At first I was like, of course, England, but when I actually got out to Uganda, I was like, this would be crazy. Just coming here, just representing my motherland, and just how special it would be for my parents as well. It's actually just really nice. I'm going to take a photo and send it to my mum. God, I'm such a mummy's boy, and I love it. I get a selfie of the media crew. Where's the media crew? Where's Laura? There we go. Save that for the memory bank. African Cup of Nations was 2019. That's the first major tournament that I represented Uganda in. That was amazing in itself, just seeing the small bunch of Ugandan fans in Egypt as well. My brothers flew out to come and see me as well, which was great. It was very, very colourful, and lots of things going on, lots of events, and that's what just major tournament football's about. It's just the whole experience of it. They're really, really die-hard fans. I think you've probably got a few Motherwell fans now as well, for sure. But it's intense. It's very intense. But when I go there, it's just a joy to be there. It's just pure happiness.
Well, after that monumental comeback in Dingwall, can Motherwell continue the form that has seen them only lose once under Graham Alexander? Stephen O'Donnell wearing the armband tonight for the Steelmen in the absence of Declan Gallagher.
We had to run them. The players were exceptional. Once we got the grips of the ball and actually passed it properly, we were the dominant team.
Maguire sends it in. It's towards the front post, ricochets, and it's turned in by Devante Cole, and Motherwell take the lead. To what? Clever play. Cole to Long! What a strike from Christopher Long!
It was two teams that wanted to win the game. You could see that with the amount of chances that were created by both teams.
Dundee United sent in towards Edwards. On it's found the back of the net with 10 minutes to go. Can Motherwell hang on?
Come on! And they tested us, but we stood up to it and got the 3 points. Me and Matt to make a couple of good saves, but we created some real good chances as well. You need heart, and the players are showing loads of heart.
Yes! Motherwell secure back-to-back victories under Graham Alexander.
Brilliant. We had a good few more chances, but we're happy with a 2-1 win. Come on!
Motherwell held their nerve with another big win.
It's been a difficult season for me personally. Obviously my injury didn't help. One of the most bizarre injuries whatever I've ever heard of, to be honest. A dead leg, or end up getting to a bleed in my leg, to getting calcified with bone. It was a mad one, and then obviously I've been playing out of position the majority of the season as well, which has been finding a bit hard, but with the new manager I'm still playing a bit in that position, but it's more attacking, and it's really good for me. I'm getting more shots and stuff like that, and I think I'll have a very good end to the season if I'm still in the team and stuff like that, so I'm enjoying it now. People think I'm moody and my body language isn't great, but that's totally the opposite. Like, I care a lot and I'm a very happy person. I'm loving my football again. I'm enjoying everything I'm in of it. Being on the pitch and wearing the shirt again, and especially wearing my number 9. I've been injured for nearly 6 weeks, and when I have played I've been crap. So I just wanted to start on the right foot, get my head down, get as fit as I could, obviously give a good impression towards the manager. He's brought confidence to lads who weren't really confident at the start of the season. He's brought a freshness to the football club. I think you can see on the pitch all the lads are playing with smiles on their faces. He's just a very positive man, no negativity around the place whatsoever. If someone has a bad game, he builds them right back up, and I think that's the main thing. You can't kick someone while they're down, you need to bring them back to life, and he's brought the majority of all the lads back to life, and it's unbelievable to have that, and obviously credit to him, and everyone's confident and just wants to play under him and give our 100% for him.
To what? Clever play. Cole to Long! What a strike from Christopher Long! He's got the number 9 back on his shirt, and he's back among the goals. Christopher Long with a huge goal in this game.
I was made up. The manager pulled me in training and said, obviously they want my number back, and obviously I was made up. It was a confidence boost, to be fair. Obviously I was back from injury, and he started me more or less straight away when I got back from injury, even though I weren't match fit and stuff like that, and he gave me the number 9, and I actually told Aldo, the kit man, that 99 was a curse, and he gave me it back. And the last time I played at number 9, I scored against Heart, and my first game back in the number 9, I scored. I feel great like when I'm wearing it. Confidence. I feel like Chrissy Long. No, to me, it's a number 9, it's more to it. In football, number 9 it's a big number, innit? I used to grow up and number 9 was always the centre forward scoring the goals, and I've always wanted to be like that. And last year I was number 9, and obviously I thought I'd done well, and obviously the lads, we finished third and had a very good season for Motherwell, and I thought coming back here my number would still be there, but sadly it wasn't. But it's back now, and Longy's back. I came back to score more than I did last year, but the way the season has went, it hasn't really worked out that way. I haven't been up to scratch this season. Against Celtic, I came off the pitch with one shot, and it affects me, but it's gone now, innit? That's in the past. Like, I've learned through, I'm 25 now, and I've learned, can't dwell on them, just got to go again. The only way I can end the season now is full of confidence, playing with a smile on my face, winning games and scoring goals and getting us as high as in the table as we can, and that's what I'm going to do. Like, it's not an individual game, you know what I mean? It's a team game, and if the team's doing well, you're doing well. Obviously the team hasn't been doing well the first part of the season, so obviously I'm the worst, someone else is the worst, but if the team's doing well, everyone's great, so winning's more important to me, because who wants to be a loser? I don't want to be a loser, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be a loser, I'm going to be a winner come the end of the season.
Good stuff.
Hey, that's good, that though, innit?
That was good. Yeah.
I'm like, who's like an inspirational man? I'm going to be like an inspirational man in the future, you know?
Well, it's a bitterly cold night at Rugby Park as Motherwell look to get back on track. 2 wins previously before defeated Celtic at the weekend, looking for another big 3 points. Cold lad?
Just a bit, yeah.
Motherwell's first trip to Rugby Park since December 2019. It was 1-0 that night. Can they do it again?
Spoke at half time, it's not going to be a fluid game, we're going to have to do the basics well, we're going to have to grind this out. It was a brilliant goal, you know, a quick throw in and a great turn from Tony, and it's a great pass, and Al's finished it off brilliantly.
Watts passes into the path of Campbell! Brilliant! A moment of inspiration breaks the deadlock.
They did put us under pressure with good quality into the box, but ultimately when it comes in your box, it's about who wants to go and win it. Invariably our players did that.
Well, Motherwell hanging on here, defending crosses into the box. Here comes another one. It's a header! Well claimed by Liam Kelly, and that should be enough. There it is. Kilmarnock 0, Motherwell 1. Another big 3 points.
Come on.
Come on!
The boys dug in deep there. It was a bit of a fight at the end. The pitch was difficult, and now we're just buzzing to get a result again after a good second half.
What's up, mate?
COVID-19 has brought about a huge amount of challenges to the football club, but one of the positives, and there are not many, but one of the positives is it's allowed us to spend a lot of time in the stadium and making some improvements, and none more so in the stand that we're sitting in now, the John Hunter stand. This stand was effectively redone in 1991 after the Scottish Cup win, and really, truthfully, since then it's not had too much in the way of TLC. So what we've done is spent a huge amount of effort, time and money trying to bring this stand into what would be the 21st century. We wanted to make a difference, we wanted to make something really visual for the supporters when they walked into the stand, to make them really go, wow, you can see an immediate change. So it was actually the painters themselves who came up with the idea of this kind of white cream background with a kind of claret and amber stripe along the middle. It's very reminiscent of a kind of Motherwell away strip. The next part of the project after that was the steelwork. Visually, it looked awful, there was a lot of rust. It was discoloration. Thankfully for us, we'd done a lot of testing on it, and actually in terms of the safety of the structure, there'd been no deterioration from our point of view. It was very noticeable when any fan was sitting in here that it just looked really tired and really old. In the area that I'm standing in, which is the traditional Wellboy section, if you like, that was the first that we stripped out. So we decided what we were going to do at that point was take out the seats, replace the seats, because again they had been in there for about 25 years. You also notice from the bit that I'm standing here that above us here they would normally have some of the signage. Previously the last sort of signage was put in around about the kind of late 1990s, so that's just modernising it again, makes it look and feel like the rest of the club. Where each year you can see this is the toilet area at Fir Park. We're working again with a local company to strip out everything that's in there and replace it with new toilets. We've also replaced the old dysfunctioning hot water tank, so you'll be all pleased to know that thankfully coming back, particularly in the post-COVID world, that there'll be fully functioning hot water in there. So as we walk further down the stand, obviously you see the two areas here the fans will be familiar with, which is the kiosk area. We're going to put in some stadium television at the back here, but we're also intending to digitise the menu offering above the kiosk, so it'll allow us to differentiate in terms of the food offerings that we do on a match day. We'll also be modernising the payment methods, so we'll have contactless payments as well for the kiosk, which again is very important to us in this post-COVID world. Another real issue with the stand that we had was constant leaking. One of our local partners has again come in and he's fixed the guttering, and the roof lights that are above me, it's designed to give a bit more natural light here up at the back of the stand, and the kiosk areas are all going to be replaced with brand new ones. We're putting in new LED strips all the way across the seating deck, so again for nighttime games it should feel more brighter, it should feel more modern, but also much more environmentally friendly, much more sustainable, and financially for the club, not having to constantly replace all these bulbs all the time is really helpful. Whilst all the seats are out obviously as well, one of the things we're going to be doing is painting the stairwell deck in here, so you'll see a nice new grey painted walkway. The wall at the front will also be painted to match the paint in the stands. And finally, in terms of the seating deck, you see the inside gable ends. Our signage partners will be putting in a large kind of montage, other fans, supporters, players and things up there at both sides, which again should just finish off the look and the feel of the stand when we get there. The other really important part of what we're doing is obviously the entranceway here at the John Hunter stand. So the space here as you walk up the stairs is going to be where the fan mural is. I think this will be another really excellent piece for supporters to come and see and enjoy, and also brighten up this area significantly. One of the other things that we're doing just as you walk in here is just have a barbed wire on it, and it really looked unsightly. So what we're going to do with this area here is change it by adding a timeline in tribute to John Hunter. I think it's also going to provide a really good educational tool for Motherwell fans in the future. People might ask, youngsters might ask, who's John Hunter, what did he contribute? Well, this is going to be a real fantastic visual aid for them to do that, and we're working with a historian to make sure that everything in there is not only really informative but really educational as well.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Perhaps the biggest and most important and the most noteworthy change is the new public address system. It's been a bit of a running joke amongst Motherwell fans and even opposition fans about the poor quality of the public address system at Motherwell. It was actually, for those that don't know, it was actually a second-hand purchase from Abbotsford Airport before Glasgow Airport back in the 70s, so I think it's more than done its time in its service to the football club. One of the things that fans will notice when they come back here is a clean, crisp sound system through the stadium that's again befitting for 2021, so that's a really big part of what we wanted to achieve by doing some of the summer projects, and I'm so delighted to say that we've managed to finally tick that off. I think internally we hope to have this done probably by April or May of this year, but certainly by the time the new season would arrive, the kind of midsummer around about August time, I think if that's when fans are going to be coming in, and hopefully that's the latest that fans are going to come in, then when they get back into this stand in particular, they're going to notice a huge amount of improvements, and everything that we're doing at the minute will become fully completed by then.